Close your eyes, if they are not already closed, and let the weight of this day begin to settle, slowly, like dust drifting down through a quiet beam of light. There is nowhere you need to be right now. Nothing you need to solve. For the next little while, you are simply here, breathing, listening, allowing yourself to be carried gently into the soft territory of your own inner world. Take a breath in through your nose, slow and unhurried, and let it fill you all the way down to the base of your spine. And then release it, letting your shoulders fall, letting your jaw loosen, letting the back of your neck grow soft and heavy. You have done so much today. For now, you can put all of it down. Tonight, we are going to wander together into one of the strangest and most tender mysteries of being human. The dreams that return to you. The ones that come back again and again, wearing the same faces, walking the same hallways, dropping you off the same edge, placing you once more in that same familiar room you have never seen in waking life and yet somehow know completely. You may have wondered, in the bright hours of the morning, why your mind keeps returning to these same scenes. Why some images refuse to be forgotten. Tonight you do not have to figure it out. You only have to listen, and breathe, and let understanding arrive the way sleep arrives, not by force, but by surrender. So let yourself sink a little deeper into wherever you are resting. Feel the surface beneath you holding all of your weight, asking nothing in return. And as you breathe, imagine that with every exhale, a little more of the day's noise drains away from you, like water leaving the shore. The emails. The conversations replaying in your head. The small worries that hum beneath everything. Let them recede, just for now. They will still be there if you need them later. But here, in this quiet, you are allowed to let go. A recurring dream is not a malfunction. It is not your mind glitching, or repeating itself out of boredom. A recurring dream is a message that has not yet been received. Think of it gently, the way you might think of a kind friend who keeps calling because they have something important to tell you, something they sense you are not quite ready to hear. The dream returns not to torment you, but because some part of you, some deep and patient part, is still waiting for you to turn toward it and truly look. And tonight, softly, without any pressure at all, you can begin to turn. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let your hands grow heavy. Let your feet grow warm. Imagine, for a moment, that your mind is a great house with many rooms. In the daylight, you live mostly in the front rooms, the bright and busy ones, the ones where you make decisions and answer questions and hold yourself together. But the house is so much larger than that. There are back rooms you rarely visit. There are staircases that descend into rooms you have forgotten you own. And at night, when the front of the house goes dark and quiet, the doors to those deeper rooms swing gently open. Your dreams are what happens when you wander, unguarded, through the parts of yourself you do not usually have time to visit. And a recurring dream is a room you keep walking back into, because something inside it is asking to be tended. Let yourself picture that house now. Warm wooden floors. A soft light glowing somewhere down the hall. You are safe here. This is your house, every room of it, even the ones that frighten you. Especially those. As you breathe, imagine yourself standing at the foot of a gentle staircase, the kind that curves downward into a warm and welcoming dimness. You are in no hurry to descend. You simply notice that the stairs are there, and that they have always been there, waiting for you with infinite patience. Now, let us think together about what these returning dreams might be carrying. Not to analyze, not to dissect, but to understand the way you understand a piece of music, with your whole soft body rather than with your sharp mind alone. Perhaps you are one of the many who dream, again and again, of falling. Of stepping off an edge that was not there a moment ago, of the floor dissolving beneath you, of that lurch in the belly as the world drops away. If this is your dream, breathe with it gently now. The dream of falling is one of the oldest dreams there is, and it almost always arrives when some part of your waking life feels out of your control. When you are gripping too tightly to something, or someone, or to a version of yourself you are afraid to lose. The falling dream is not a warning of disaster. It is your deeper self, loosening your fingers one at a time, teaching you, in the only language it has, that you are allowed to let go. That you will not shatter. That beneath every fall there is, eventually, a ground, or a pair of wings you did not know you had. Breathe, and feel yourself held even as you imagine falling. You are safe. You have always been more held than you knew. Or perhaps your dream is the one where you are running, but your legs will not work. Where danger approaches and your body moves as though through deep water, heavy and slow, no matter how desperately you try to flee. If this is the dream that returns to you, soften toward it now. This is the dream of feeling powerless. It comes in seasons when you carry burdens you have not spoken aloud, when you feel pursued by expectations, by deadlines, by the relentless sense that you are never quite fast enough, never quite enough at all. Your dreaming self is not mocking you. It is showing you, with aching honesty, how tired you have become of running. And maybe, just maybe, the message hidden inside the heavy legs is this gentle question. What would happen if you stopped running altogether? What if the thing chasing you is only waiting to be turned toward, and named, and understood? Let your breath answer for now. In. And out. There is nothing chasing you here. Let yourself sink another layer down into rest. Notice the small sounds around you, and let them become part of the quiet rather than interruptions to it. Notice the temperature of the air against your skin. Notice how your breath has already begun to slow, all on its own, without you having to manage it at all. Your body knows how to rest. It has always known. You are simply giving it permission. There is another dream that visits many people in the deep of the night. The dream of losing your teeth. Of feeling them crumble, or loosen, or fall one by one into your cupped hands. It is a strange and unsettling dream, and yet it is among the most common dreams in the entire human family, dreamed across every culture and every century. If your teeth fall in your dreams, breathe tenderly toward that image now. This dream tends to surface when you are afraid of how you appear to others. When you fear losing your power to speak, to be understood, to hold your place in the world. Teeth are how we bite into life, how we form our words, how we smile. To dream of losing them is often to feel, somewhere beneath your daytime confidence, a quiet fear of becoming voiceless, of growing older, of losing your grip on something you cannot quite name. And the gift inside this dream, when you finally receive it, is the invitation to ask yourself, with great kindness, where in my life have I been afraid to speak? What words have I been holding back? Your dreaming mind is not predicting loss. It is asking you to find your voice again, while there is still so much you long to say. And then there is the dream of the house. So many of us dream of houses. A house we have never lived in and yet know by heart. A childhood home with a door that opens onto a room that should not exist. A familiar house in which we suddenly discover an entire wing we never knew was there, full of rooms standing empty, waiting, gathering soft light through windows we have never opened. If you dream of houses, breathe into the wonder of it now. For the house, in the language of dreams, is almost always you. Each room a part of yourself. And to discover a new wing, a forgotten floor, a hidden door, is one of the most beautiful messages your sleeping mind can offer. It means there is more of you than you have been living. It means there are capacities inside you, rooms full of feeling and creativity and tenderness, that you have not yet entered. The recurring house dream is not a riddle to be feared. It is an invitation to come home to the fullness of who you are. To walk, slowly, through every room. To let no part of yourself stay locked away in the dark. Breathe now, and let yourself feel how vast you truly are. You are not only the small, tired self that moved through this day. You are a whole house, a whole landscape, a whole country of feeling and memory and possibility. And the dreams that return to you are simply the lights coming on, one by one, in the rooms you have not yet learned to love. Let your breathing carry you deeper still. With each slow breath, imagine yourself descending those gentle stairs, one soft step at a time. There is nothing to fear in the descending. The deeper you go, the safer you become, because the deeper rooms of yourself are not your enemies. They are the parts of you that have waited the longest to be held. Perhaps your recurring dream is none of these. Perhaps it is a person, returning night after night. Someone you loved and lost. Someone you have not spoken to in years. A version of someone who has changed in waking life but who stays, in your dreams, exactly as they were. When a person returns again and again to your dreams, it is rarely about them at all. It is about what they carried for you. What they meant. The part of yourself you discovered in their presence, or the part you have not yet been able to grieve. Your dreaming mind keeps the door open for them not because you are stuck, but because some conversation between you and your own heart is still unfinished. Breathe softly toward that figure now, whoever they are. You do not have to resolve anything tonight. You only have to acknowledge that they matter, that the feeling is real, and that your heart is wise enough to keep returning to what still needs your tenderness. Or perhaps you dream of being unprepared. The exam you never studied for, in a class you forgot you enrolled in. The stage you must step onto without knowing your lines. The familiar panic of being tested on something you were never taught. If this is your recurring dream, let it soften in your hands now. This is the dream of the inner perfectionist, the part of you that fears being exposed as not enough, not ready, not worthy of the role you have been given. It tends to return in seasons of transition, when you are stepping into something new and your old fears rush in to fill the unfamiliar space. And the quiet truth your dream is trying to offer you is this: you are more prepared than you believe. You have been studying your whole life, in ways you do not even recognize. The test is not real. The fear of failing is only love, turned anxious, asking to be reassured. Notice now, as you rest, how your whole body has grown heavier and warmer and more at ease. There is a softness spreading through you, from the crown of your head down through your face, your throat, your chest, your belly, your arms, your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. You are melting, gently, into the quiet. And the dreams we have spoken of are no longer things to be afraid of. They are old friends. They are messengers. They are the patient, loving voice of the deepest part of you, the part that has never stopped trying to bring you home to yourself. Here is the secret that the dreaming mind has always known. It does not speak in sentences. It speaks in images, in feelings, in symbols, because the things it most needs to tell you are too large and too true for ordinary words. When a dream returns to you, it is not because you are broken. It is because you are being spoken to, again and again, by a wisdom inside you that is older and kinder than your fear. The repetition is not punishment. It is devotion. Some part of you loves you enough to keep knocking on the door until you are ready to open it. So tonight, you do not have to interpret anything. You do not have to solve the dream, or fix yourself, or arrive at any answer at all. You only have to begin to trust. To trust that the images that visit you in the night are on your side. To trust that the part of you that dreams is the same part that heals, the same part that creates, the same part that has carried you through every dark season you have ever survived. Your dreams are not happening to you. They are happening for you. Breathe in that trust now, slowly, and as you exhale, let any fear you have carried about your own inner world begin to dissolve. You are not haunted. You are accompanied. There is a gentle intelligence within you, working all through the night, sorting and soothing and stitching together the loose threads of your life while you rest. You can let it work. You can stop standing guard. You can finally, fully, let go. Let the house of your mind grow dim and peaceful now. The rooms you feared have been visited. The doors you avoided have been gently opened. And you find, to your quiet surprise, that none of them held a monster. They held only younger versions of yourself, waiting to be held. They held only feelings that needed naming. They held only the soft and patient truth that you are whole, that you have always been whole, even in the parts of yourself you have not yet learned to love. And now, as we drift toward stillness, let the next dream that comes to you arrive without resistance. Whether it returns, familiar and known, or whether it brings you somewhere entirely new, you can meet it now as a friend. You can say to it, softly, I am listening. You can let it show you whatever it has been trying to show you, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are held, knowing that nothing your own mind brings you is here to harm you. Breathe in, one more time, slow and deep and complete. And as you breathe out, let yourself release the very last of the day, the very last of your holding, the very last thread of effort. There is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. You have arrived at the soft center of yourself, the place beneath all the rooms, the still and quiet ground where you are simply, perfectly, here. Let your breath find its own slow rhythm now, the rhythm of someone falling gently toward sleep. You do not have to stay awake for the rest of these words. You can let them blur, and soften, and become part of the warm darkness gathering around you. Let your thoughts grow distant, like lights on a far shore. Let your body grow heavier with every breath. And let yourself sink, slowly, sweetly, into rest, carried by the knowing that whatever your dreams bring you tonight, they bring it with love. Rest now. You are safe. You are held. You are home. And the dreaming, gentle and wise, will take it from here.